There's a fire burn the fire brigade. Tonight we losing this fight. Oh, tonight.
Yo guys, what's up? My name is Zach. In the background we got some Black Ops 4 gameplay. My first game on Black Ops 4. I actually just went out and picked it up. But I figured today, actually currently as I'm installing or making this commentary, it's at 22.8%. So, anyways, I'm going to tell you a story about the time that I was camping and I witnessed somebody get a stick stuck through their leg. So if you're grossed out easily, I would maybe not watch this video. But if you're not grossed out that easily, then by all means stick around and pay attention. Alright, so we were camping. I'm not going to say where, but we were camping at this campground, and our friends, our neighbors, were just like in the next ring over. So the campground was split into three circles. So we were in the first circle, which was on the far right, and they were in the third circle, which was on the far left. So one night we decided, it was late, like 10 o'clock, we decided that we were going to go ride our bikes over there, my dad and I, and, just say hi, what's up, maybe sit by the fire for a little bit. We were having a fire of our own. We just decided, why not go pay them a visit? So we went over to their campsite, and like almost there, so pretty much in their backyard of their campsite, it was woods, and it was like a downhill slant. And so as we're riding by, I see this flash of lime green out of the corner of my left eye, and I hear somebody say help, and I'm like, Dad, somebody's laying in the woods back there. So we stop and we turn around and we go up, and it is this girl laying in the woods, and we're like, okay, what campsite are you from? And then she goes 36, and then we're like 36, and she goes 48, and then she said 13. So this girl was actually drunk. And what else? Oh yeah, so she's drunk, she's laying on the ground, and then our neighbors come walking up the hill because we're like, yeah, we heard someone in the woods, we were gonna come check it out. And so they came up, and one of them brought a flashlight, and they were like looking, making sure she was okay. Her back left leg, on her calf, there was a bump under her skin, like a really solid bump under her skin. And we're like, what the heck? And I looked underneath, and she was laying, like her leg was on top of this like rotting away stump. And so there was a stick through her leg, and I just like got queasy and just grossed out by that. But so we called the cops. We're like, we obviously got to call an ambulance. And so we call, they show up like 5 minutes later, and they show up, and they get this, well, let me, before they showed up, I just hit my pop filter, I'm sorry. Before they show up, her boyfriend shows up. Now, her boyfriend looks like a stereotypical stoner, right? So he's got like the long hair, the big glasses, kind of talks like, hey man, get kind of thing. And he shows up, and right away he tries to fight my neighbor, and goes, hey, what are you doing to her? What happened to her? And he's just like, hey, calm down. My neighbor was like, hey, calm down. And we got him to calm down, and we whispered to him, like my neighbor whispered to him, and he said, she has a stick stuck through her leg. And he squatted down. He started having a panic attack. We're like, don't tell her, because then she's gonna flip out. So we got him to keep his mouth shut. He was having a panic attack, so right away he's like, call the ambulance, call the ambulance. We're like, buddy, we're already called. And so by this point, our other neighbors that were camping right next to the neighbors that were already there, they come walking up the hill, and we're just kind of talking to them, waiting for the ambulance to come. The ambulance came like 7 minutes after we called, and they got the saw to cut the branch, because obviously they can't pull it out or it's going to start bleeding. And here is this girl's boyfriend's idea. He goes, well, just pull it out and they can put some stitches in her. We're like, no, do not pull it out. Lesson number 1, if you're out hiking and you get a broken piece of glass, a stick, and it's like lodged in your arm or something, do not pull it out because it is blocking the blood from gushing out of your arm. So don't pull it out. But obviously his idea was, let's just pull it out and then they could cover it up. Don't do it. So anyways, ambulance shows up and they get like a jigsaw and then they cut the branch, and obviously they were drunk, or she was drunk, and my mom was saying that if somebody is intoxicated, that they can't put them to sleep. So what they have to do is they have to do a spinal tap, which is basically where they use the nerves in your spine to numb certain parts of your body. And so they had to do that, and I don't know what came out of it. They just, after like the ambulance being there for 5 minutes and they started cutting at the branch, they were like, you know, if back it up, like if this was your own family member, you wouldn't want people staring at your family member, like being on the ground like that. And we're like, yeah, we have a point. So we drove back, and yeah, we got back to our campsite. I told my mom, and my friend was there, and he didn't want to come with because he was taking a shower, and we were like, oh man, you should have come with because that was an experience. But anyways, guys, if you do enjoy it, please drop a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. As always, my name is Zach, and peace out, guys.